Hi, everybody, and welcome to Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore, again with Lauren Kelly from Mix 96.5.
Hi, Derek.
I love listening to you on the radio in the mornings, but I love having you next to me even more.
I'm so flattered, and I'm so excited to be back. You know, I only did this one other time, so I didn't screw it up enough that I got invited back.
Well, we're glad to have you. And folks, if you've been tuning into KPRC Channel 2 over the last few months, I'm sure you've probably noticed we have been following our beloved Eric Brate's journey to the Ironman World Championship Triathlon that kicks off this Saturday in Hawaii. Watch this.
I've met a lot of people along this journey who have been severely impacted by blood cancer. Stories that, you know, if I could snap my fingers and make it go away, I certainly would. It's going to be a while before we're able to do that, but for every donation, we're a step closer. I want to do my part to make your battle a little bit easier until finally there is no more battle to fight.
Checking in with us now before he hits the road to Hawaii for the big competition is Eric Brate. Hi.
Hello, good to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're just looking at this list of things that go into a world championship triathlon, and I can't even do one of them, much less all of these things. Yes. It kicks off this Saturday, a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, 26.2-mile run. So that's, you're doing a marathon right there, right? And then that's a total amount of miles of 140.6 miles.
Sounds easy to me.
I'm like sweating thinking about it.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I've done 2 of them before, so
okay.
I know I can finish them. This one's kind of the granddaddy of them all. I mean, this is where all of the elite triathletes go to basically determine who is the best of the best. I'm not in that group, but I just want to cross the finish line and, you know, raise good money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. So that's the purpose of me being there. And yeah, it takes about 6 months to get ready for an event like this. And then we had Hurricane Harvey at the end of August, early September, that kind of threw a wrench in things as far as my training goes. So it's going to be a really interesting experience. Looking forward to it, but I will cross the finish line.
You absolutely will. In addition to the physical endurance required, Eric, to do something like this, you've already raised a staggering $73,000. I know you're still fundraising. All of this money is going to go toward the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Why did you choose to support this cause?
Well, it's a good cause. A friend of mine in childhood had leukemia, and I didn't know what cancer was at the time. I was probably 5. All I knew is he was sick. He had lost his hair in chemotherapy. I didn't know what chemotherapy was. Eventually, probably 5 years down the road, when he was in junior high school, he passed away. And it was just really tough to watch him go through that process. Over the years, I've met other people who have been diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma. It just seemed like a good fit. Just some amazing stories that I've heard along the way. I started raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society back in 2010, my first marathon in Paris. I did the Chicago Marathon with them, and now this one, this triathlon. And it's just, when you hear these stories, you learn how important it is to do what we can to raise money, to research, to find a cure for these illnesses. I mean, these little kids especially, it's the #1 medical cause of death in children, which I think a lot of people don't know. And I've met so many kids that they just don't deserve what they're going through. And it's random, it's indiscriminate, this disease, and it just, we need to find a cure. We really do. So I feel good about what we're doing.
You mentioned that you've done 2 of the 3 so far. Obviously, the running. What were the other one of the 3 that you've done, completed? The swimming or the bike ride? Well,
I've completed 2 other Ironman triathlons.
Okay.
I did one in Canada. I did one here in Texas, up in the Woodlands last year. So, so I have proven that I can actually get through 140.6 miles. But this one's going to be extra tough. It's in Hawaii. It's known as one of the most grueling courses in the Ironman circuit. So
any other time it's okay to go to Hawaii, but when you're competing on its terrain, might be.
If I just wanted a trip to Hawaii, I can think of much easier ways.
Watch out for that volcano.
Exactly. When you're running this distance, Eric, is it flat? Is that a dumb question? I mean, are you going to be running, seriously, I mean, the terrain of Hawaii can be very mountainous.
There is some terrain. It's rather gradual. I did Ironman Canada in the Canadian Rockies. It's nothing like that.
Okay.
The thing about Hawaii is, number one, you're running through the lava fields, you're biking through the lava fields, so there's not a lot of shade, no big shade trees to kind of keep the sun away from you. You've got the sun, pouring down on the lava rock, so it's hot, it's humid. And on the bike, one thing that people don't really realize is it gets kind of windy along the coast in Hawaii. So if you're biking and you have a headwind, that's one of the hardest things to overcome on a bike. And I think typically the last 40 or 50 miles on the bike ride is into a headwind. And mentally, that is just really grueling on a person. So this course is really tough. And I'm not an elite athlete. I'm just trying to gut it out. But I have a lot of inspiration. I've met a lot of people along this journey that are going through much tougher things than I will ever go through this coming Saturday on the course in that Ironman. So by comparison, what I'm doing on Saturday really isn't all that tough.
Well, you're very modest, though, Eric, to say you're not an elite athlete.
You're an elite athlete,
chosen from the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, there were 5 people chosen by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to do this in the U.S. and in Canada. So not
incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
I feel very fortunate. It's a good marriage between somebody who likes doing endurance sports. I do a lot of marathons, half marathons. I like triathlons, and I also like doing these things for something greater than myself. And this journey has just been so incredibly moving to me. The people that I've met, Alejandro Mendoza, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Boy of the Year this year. I met him at the Man and Woman of the Year Gala back on June 3rd. He was in remission, he was cured. 3 weeks later, the cancer came back. He's in the hospital now, and he's going to have a bone marrow transplant. It's the only thing that will save his life. He's having that tomorrow.
And he's just 6 years old, right?
Yeah, I think he's 7 now. And he is just the sweetest kid, the cutest kid, the most gregarious little child. And what he's been through is just incredible. And he's going to get his bone marrow transplant tomorrow. And
good.
On my course, he's one of the people I'm going to be thinking about. So
I like how you came up with your goal is to raise $140.6.
Yes.
$140,600.
Yes.
Sorry, my math is off, but that's the amount of miles that's for the race. I think that's a really great.
The goal is to raise $1,000 for every mile of the race. We figured that was a good symbolic number. It's been a struggle. Obviously, Hurricane Harvey happening. Our community's attention turned to helping people out, rightfully so. But at the same time, I made a commitment to finish this event, to raise as much money as I can for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and I intend to follow through on my commitment. So we're going for it.
And you'll continue fundraising even after the event, I understand?
Yeah, it continues, I think, 90 days post-event.
Okay.
So, anybody who wants to donate, we would be honored to have, $5, $10, whatever you can muster. It goes for a great cause. 100% goes to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I think my donation page is open 90 days after the event itself. So if you can't donate for whatever reason this week and you still want to, you have 90 days.
People can donate where?
It's at click2houston.com/team-in-training.
Okay.
On the click2houston.com page, we have a separate page essentially for my fundraiser, and you can go on there, you can read stories that we've done about various people impacted by blood cancers. You can get a link to my donation page, and from there, it's super easy to make a donation. They make it just incredibly simple.
And before we put that, well, there actually it is right there on your screen, that web address. Just 30 seconds. You were actually injured very badly a couple years ago.
Yes, 3 years ago, 2014, training for my first Ironman. I had a bike accident 1 month away from my triathlon. I was fully trained, and I got hit by a truck, and I broke my neck. And couldn't do my first Ironman in Canada that year. But the day that I broke my neck and was diagnosed with a C6 and C7 fracture, I told myself I'm going to get back on that bike and I'm going to complete my triathlon next year. So I fixed my neck, that healed, I retrained, I went through physical therapy, and a year later I finished my triathlon.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah.
Nicely done, Eric Freight. We're glad that you have healed up. I think it's incredible. A broken neck, and a few years later he's about to do this.
No excuses.
So thank you so much for stopping by.
Best of luck.
It's
great seeing you. Yeah, Lauren, do you want to tell us that address once again?
Well, that's going to be
click2houston.com/team-in-training.
Team in Training. That's where you can find it.
Perfect. Eric, we are all rooting for you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
I appreciate
again
it.
for stopping by. Be safe. Coming up next, folks, with all the mosquitoes left behind from standing water after Hurricane Harvey, should Houston be concerned about the Zika virus? We'll have the answer right after this.